What's going on, everybody? My little crew, my gang. In today's video, it's gonna be another Smash video, and it's specifically another Smash tier list video. If people have seen my videos before, I think a month back or like a couple weeks back, not too far ago, but like 10 videos, less than that maybe, I did a kind of a cover over a Japan tier list that was made. It was on Twitter circulating around, and it was some pretty wacky and outlandish takes, so thought it'd be interesting to talk about. And we're back at it again, but this time I actually know who the Japanese person that made it is, and that is going to be Raito, #1 Duck Hunt player in the world. I think he's top 30 in the PGR. I can't remember exactly. The guy's pretty dang good at the game. He's very good. And it's just going to be a tier list that he made. I want to go over it. I'm not going to super go over all the low tiers and stuff because, let's say, looking at this list here, like Ike's in D tier. I don't think Ike should be down there. But realistically, Ike's not getting really that much higher than B tier, so I don't think it's super worth talking about because when you're between D to B, nothing really matters. Now, when it gets to the higher things, I'm going to be talking about those, mainly focusing on those placements. Like, one I can think of right now is Pikachu. First thing I see when the tier list, look for that guy, and when he's low like this, gonna make a video on it. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I'll split it up into different characters, and hopefully you enjoy. Alright, the first character I want to touch up on, maybe mention, is gonna be Inkling. In the last Japanese tier list video that we covered over, Inkling was also pretty low as well. I think they're about the same placement, maybe a little higher. But still, I don't know what Japan is thinking when they put this character down here. Like, I don't know what's in the water, but it's definitely not good. Because Inkling is a character that is much better than where they're placed right now, putting it frankly. Like, let's see, how many characters are S tier? There is 8 in S tier, and then there's going to be 19 in A tier, and then plus that. So Inkling, I don't even think Inkling's top 30 or 40. Inkling is super low. When I think the character personally top 25, maybe top 20. Like, this character's back air insane, edge guarding insane, recovery super good. They can cover really from anywhere. Roller broken, up throw, up air. If you can get that combo percentage, it's insane. Like, obviously the character has some flaws with killing, and that's being their biggest issue. But not more flaws than, I don't know, let's say villager at killing. Like, I don't know. I feel like Inkling has a lot that people are just ignoring now, that since, like, Cosmos has kind of dropped them, Armada's not really doing, like, he's not playing as much or not playing as hot, I don't know what's up with that, and Space is just, like, European, so a lot of people, like, from NA don't watch the European scene, and even then, he still hasn't been doing, like, as good as he was before. Like, obviously, online, Inkling is a lot worse because one of their main kills is up throw, up air, so people are influenced by that, but I'm pretty sure this is an offline tier list because, you know, Peach is that high, so you know this is an offline one. And Inkling, though a little inconsistent, is still way better than this. Their dash is the best in the game. Their roller is insane. Neutral B is insane. Jab, one of the best jabs in the game. They're a little light, but they're small as well. Like, mobility is very good. I can't see you putting Inkling like lower than characters like Sheik or Diddy Kong or Cloud or Ryu. Like, I don't know. It feels wrong, and honestly, I'm gonna say it's because it is wrong. I know Raito's the pro player, but I don't know. This opinion might be a little funky. The next one I'm gonna want to talk about is gonna be Mega Man. I think Mega Man is pretty good. Like, one of the best camping characters in the game. Probably a top 3 camping character besides maybe Pac-Man and Snake. Like, those are the top 3, I think, and though Mega Man might be the worst of them, he's still definitely up there. Mega Man not as good as Inkling that we just mentioned, but he's still definitely at a B tier, maybe bottom of A tier. And characters that, like, Mega Man is placed above, like, Mega Man definitely better than Mewtwo, Mega Man's definitely better than Ness, Mega Man's definitely better than Young Link. Like, there's a lot of characters that Mega Man just kind of outshines and outcamps, and he's still lower. And this one I'm a little shocked about because I know Kameme dropped Mega Man, but he's still... People have played against his Mega Man. They should know this character is no joke. Mega Man, very good camping. Recovery is not the best, but you can also use up B to mix people up, time them out, like against Arsene specifically. I know that's a very good matchup for Mega Man because you can camp out Arsene super easily. You can use Metal Blade, you can use Side B, you can use Lemons just to stall him out, and there's not much he can really do. Mega Man also has an insanely strong up tilt. Like, that thing is like Snake up tilt on crack. It has a very good back air, very good forward air. Up air is super good for juggling. It's like kind of like worst Game & Watch up air, but still it can kill. So Mega Man just has a ton of stuff. and should be a lot higher. Actually, I think I'd put Mega Man maybe bottom of A tier, but I'm really surprised to see Mega Man of all characters in Japan super low. The next character I'm going to want to talk about is going to be Game & Watch, the funny little flat man himself. This character has just so much to be this low. Their Nair is maybe the best in the game, probably the best in the game now that Palutena's has been nerfed. Their back air is insane, the best up out of shield in the game. Their up air is probably one of the best juggle moves in the game. Forward air is insane for trapping. Bacon at ledge, some characters can't do anything. Up smash, down smash, forward smash, all those moves are broken out of their mind. Like, I can't think of a single Game & Watch move that is bad besides, like, up tilt, and, like, down tilt isn't great either. But still, out of all those other moves, it's not like their moves are okay, the moves are good. Like, very good. Each move that Game & Watch has a use. You can use the 9 hammer or the side B for a little gamble. You can use the bucket against projectile characters. The up B, obviously, is just, come on, broken. It breaks combos, good at a shield. It can be comboed into from down throw, which is also insane. So Game & Watch just has way too much sauce to be this low. Like, I get the character is very light. Like, I don't remember, he's top 5 lightest in the game, I know that much. Which is, like, not super great, but also you're killing people at like, 80 with the berry. Because that forward smash sweet spot is cracked out of its mind. I'd put Game & Watch probably top 20. And I just don't understand why it'd be so low. Like, definitely better than Mewtwo, definitely better than Pichu, Sheik, Ness, Samus. Like, those characters are all very good, but not Mega Man, Game & Watch just better. He just has so many combos, like 0 to 60s on almost every character in the game. Insane, like, pressure and camping with bucket. Like, there's just a lot that this character has, and like Meister's proven it. Next up is going to be Young Link. This one's just going to be a little bit quicker, though, because I think Young Link should be a couple places higher. I don't think it's too insane to put him down here. Especially, I don't think Japan has super good any good Young Link players. Like, obviously they do, but not like super top-level ones. And Young Link's kind of started shining right before quarantine hit, so we really haven't seen him. But based off what we saw from Toast at Frostbite, this character has a lot of potential and is going to have a lot of potential. Like, in the earlier game meta, Tweak was doing really this character, and then they fell off for no reason. And then I think they got buffed, which was like, why'd you do that? Why would you buff this small zoner that combos into a killing forward air and a killing up B off of like 3 different projectiles? That seems unnecessary. But now they do. Young Link has, I think, all 4 of his special moves are combo moves that are like kill combo moves. His down tilt his forward tilt just a raw combo move, or a kill move. His forward air, insane. His back air, insane. Like, down air, you can down air, up air, which is like 50% for pressing 2 buttons. It's just, it's so good. Now, yeah, obviously he does have some flaws. He's not the best camping character in the game, and his combos, if you're looking out for them, they are kind of hard to hit. But still, he should definitely be a lot higher. I think he's better than Link, but also Japan thinks very highly of Link because of T, so I don't super blame him for that. But yeah, I think Young Link is very, very good and a little underrated here. The next character that I want to talk about is going to be Duck Hunt, Raito's main himself. And honestly, I gotta give the man credit. You play your character and you rate them well. That means you truly believe in the character. But maybe a little too much. Duck Hunt is insane difficult. There's so much that you have to do. There's can management, the side B, the gunman. There's so much. But while he is annoying to play against and he is really hard to camp, once you get in, he doesn't have a ton besides that Nair. But you could parry an Nair, you can predict an Nair, or you could just kind of keep it on, and he doesn't really have it down. Like, obviously, B reverse can isn't terrible. But I don't know. I just feel like Duck Hunt isn't this great. His recovery is kind of really bad. Like, if you just throw out a lingering hitbox off stage, there's not much he can do. It doesn't go that high up anyway, and the character's fairly light. Their smash attacks, they're pretty good. Like, forward smash is like you can hit someone from like half the stage away, it feels like. But I don't know. Duck Hunt's pretty light. They are small, but their aerials are nothing to really brag about. Their tilts aren't amazing, besides like F tilt's pretty good. But I don't know, maybe I haven't seen enough Duck Hunt, but I just don't think that characters like Pac-Man and Duck Hunt are in the same field. I think characters like Game & Watch and Inkling are infinitely better than Duck Hunt, and I kind of can't see a way where Duck Hunt like pulls out against those kind of characters. Out of characters to choose to camp with, I think there are better ones than Duck Hunt, and he shouldn't be this high. The next character is going to be, let's do Sonic and Pit. Let's just put those guys right in there, because I think that while both these characters are very good, they should both be moved down about the same amount to, like, B tier, like, top of B tier, maybe mid B tier. So let's talk about Sonic first, but just, like, so you know the movements. That's why I said. Sonic is the fastest character in the game, one of the most annoying camping characters in the game. And they're just, so much about Sonic just makes me want to faceplant and turn off my Switch. And a lot of people have to agree, because just the character's spin dash is insane, side B is insane, their homing attack is very good, hard to deal with. The only really way to deal with it is to parry or to spot dodge. But how do you spot dodge or parry a move where you can mix up the timing? The answer is you don't, and you just gotta get lucky. And a character that you have to get lucky on is still very good, but Sonic does have a little bit struggle killing besides his combo with down B into forward air, or just a raw back air, or raw F smash. But other than those three things, Sonic really isn't getting much. He might get an edge guard on a not great character, but if you're playing against a slow, bad recovery character against Sonic, you're losing anyway. So I wouldn't be too worried about that specifically. But yeah, Sonic's super good, super fast, but not this good, just because of the struggle of killing, and people, since they are having such a problem with Wrath and You're Too Slow, all the other Sonics, people just learn to play against Sonic, and now those people in the offline meta, at least, or online rather, they've just kind of disappeared. Like, I can't remember the last time that I've even seen one of their names in the tournament. But even though online is dying a bit, the Sonics used to rule it, and now they just don't. So when people come back to real life, to online, or offline, God, I always mess it up. They're going to know how to deal with Sonic better. But, like, obviously, character's still good, and he probably rates him this high because they have Ken in their region, who's kind of cracked out of his mind. But maybe not this cracked. Next, Pit. Pit's good. Pit's been buffed a lot, and the character's, like, way better than they were before. But the character before was, like, D tier, and I don't think they moved to, like middle A tier. I think they're, like, maybe middle B tier, maybe top B tier, because they've got somewhat consistent killing. Their moves are fairly disjointed, but their camping with arrows isn't too great. They're somewhat predictable with their, like, they're going to go for a down tilt, or they're going to go for a back air or forward air, like, or a raw F smash. Like, their side B is, like, kind of reactable and almost unusable. Now their down B, their shield, that's pretty dang good, but up B can be intercepted fairly easily with, like, just a lingering hitbox, unless I think at the start it has invincibility, but not the whole way through. And I don't know, there's nothing about Pit besides, like, maybe he doesn't have any kill confirms. He has down tilt up air, drag down nair into, like, maybe down tilt or maybe up smash. I know he has drag down nair into something, I just don't know what. But still, that's only 2 kill confirms compared to Young Link, who has, like, 5. Or to, like, Pac-Man, who has Bell. Or to Pikachu, who has, like, every single aerial. Like, I don't know, Pit isn't this high. Like, almost every other top tier just has raw kill moves or very good combo into kill moves, and just Pit doesn't have that. For this next character placement, it's going to be Marth, and honestly, I don't know what Raito was thinking, because he probably wasn't when he put Marth this high. This character is insanely inconsistent. I think I'm going to name characters that are bad, but more consistent. It's going to be Incineroar is going to be more consistent. Ganondorf probably as consistent. Donkey Kong as consistent. Luigi as consistent. No, Luigi's more. Like, Sheik is more consistent. And not all those characters are bad, but those characters, that's their main flaw, is not being consistent. And they still have better tools than Marth. They at least have, like, a good... Sheik has insane combos. Luigi is a 0 to death. Incineroar can kill you at, like, 40. Marth is just, like, a sword. A bad sword, also. The character doesn't have enough, like, sauce. Enough, like, to pull out of their ass just to be a good character. Like, their side B can kill very early, and their forward smash can kill insanely early, but that's if you're hitting Tibbers, which most of the time you're just not going to be able to. MKLeo even said himself, like, he thinks the character is bad, and obviously that influences me specifically a lot, and a lot of people, because when the best Marth player in the world, and, like, the previous best Marth player in the world, gave the character an actual good try, and is saying, yeah, it's bad, it's not worth it, that should be like, okay, maybe it's bad and not worth it. Like, I don't know. Just compared to a character that, like, Lucina, like, it's Echo, Marth is nowhere near Lucina. Like, Marth should be all the way down in C tier. Like, he should be among the Wii Fits and the Bowser Juniors of the world. Now, those characters aren't bad. Marth isn't terrible, but he's definitely not A tier. He's too inconsistent. you can't rely on him enough. And in a tournament setting, you need to be able to know when you hit that clutch F smash that it actually kills at 120%. Like you need that, and Marth just can't provide it. Next up is going to be Pikachu, and I just don't know what Japan's problem is, but they keep just not putting respect on this character's name. Like 12? You kidding me here? Is that 12? Hold on. First is 8. Yeah, that's 12. Why is he so low? This character has the best edge guarding in the game, some of the best camping in the game, the best out of like get out of jail free card of the game, besides like maybe flip jump. Like, I can't even right now. I'm so irrationally upset. Pikachu's up air is a 0 to death move. Pikachu's nair is a 0 to death move. Pikachu's back air is a 0 to death move. Pikachu's forward air is a 0 to death move. His up tilt 0 to death. Down tilt can lead to 0 to death. Up B can lead to a 0 to death. What's up with that? If all his aerials and like half his tilts and his up B, which you can hit someone across the stage with, lead to a 0 to death, then the character's maybe a bit better than 12. Like, I can't. Now, the only reason that Pikachu might actually be this low is because of how hard he is. Like, Pikachu is like a top 3 hard character in my opinion. I think Pikachu, Peach, and Shulk. I think those are probably the hardest characters in the game. I could be just completely forgetting someone. Like, characters like Olimar are pretty hard. Playing like Optimal Zero hard. But still, it doesn't matter how hard the character is. If the character has the tools to use, then, like, you gotta use them. Like, a problem with Inkling is that the character has so much good stuff, but it doesn't have the options to kills, whereas Pikachu has not only these insane kill confirms from throws, dash attack, raw kills, edge guarding off stage, down B, but also just, like, a 0 to death from up air, from down throw, from nair, nair drag down smash attacks are super good for killing. Jab locks are something Pikachus go for a lot. And then that forward smash at the ledge that hits every single option. Except for, like, jump, maybe, if you time jump long enough. Like, if Pikachu is forward smashing at the ledge and they're good at timing, the only option to play against it is just to wait on the ledge, where then they can just predict your jump, or they predict your roll, or just F smash again. Like, Pikachu has almost unlimited options to predict what you're going to do and how to stop it, and there's no real way of knowing what the Pikachu might do. Like, some Pikachus, they get pretty lame, and the lower level Pikachus aren't the best. Like, they just spam dash attacks, but even if you're just spamming dash attacks, you're probably winning half your games against half the cast. Like, Pikachu's back air combos half the cast, Pikachu's forward air kills half the cast at 0. The character's edge guarding is the best in the game. The character's up B is super good. They're super small. Even though they're a bit lightweight, it's not that big of a deal. And it's unjust to put Pikachu outside of top 3, even the top 1 in my opinion. But also, I'm a big Pikachu advocate. I think this character's absolutely broken. So obviously not everyone thinks that, but they should think a little higher than 12 at least. Next up is going to be Yoshi. Now, I think Yoshi's very good, just not this good. I'd put Yoshi maybe at the top of B tier or like the bottom of A tier. Yoshi, while all his moves are not disjointed, they mainly combo into themselves. His down air deals 30% raw, F tilt comes into up air, and up tilt comes into up air, which also deal a ton of percent. His nair out of shield is insanely broken, and there's not really a lot of bad things about Yoshi. Yeah, like his recovery can be messed with. Like with Nikita is one thing I can think of. Like a back air from certain characters will mess him up. But if you're timing that invincibility well, as a general rule, you're pretty good at that was a big word moment. You're gonna be pretty much fine. Yoshi's pretty good edge guarding with just a lingering nair off stage, or just going for that spike forward air. But I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of a Yoshi underrater. I don't think they're this high though. I think characters like Snake, characters like Rob, characters like Pac-Man, they just have the edge over Yoshi, just to name a couple. And I just think they should be higher. But I could see why if you're like a super Yoshi fan, I can see why you're putting them this high. And I really don't think it's that like big of an eyesore that they're up here. But I just think I'd put them a little bit lower, maybe bottom of A tier. Just because they don't have range. If you're clanking with Yoshi, you're generally going to win. And just because sometimes their recovery can be messed with, and when it is messed with, then there's not much they can do. The next one is going to be Joker. Mr. Number 2 in the game, if you ask me. Now, I am not sure the reasons on why Joker is so low. Maybe it's because people are doubting Arsene now, because he's less like people camp against it, and people are better against Joker because of the onslaught from everyone use their Joker secondaries, and Zachary and MKLeo kind of wrecking everyone with him. But the character is still good. Joker has insane kill confirms from up air on platforms, forward air, like first hit forward air, just a raw back air, just raw like F tilts, like to get someone off stage, and then edge guarding, like down air at like I think 70 to up smash with Arsene kills. Like what's up with that? Like I don't know. Joker is very good. Their dash is incredibly low. It's like one of the lowest dashes in the game, even smaller than characters like Olimar, I think. Like you're the same size as Olimar when you're running, and even then you're not that big when you're just standing. Like Joker, it's super hard to hit. They're super hard to evade. And I don't know, they're just kind of tough. They're kind of fast. Their back air, you can spam it like twice in a short hop. Maybe even three. No, not 3 times. But still, twice is, many characters can only do it once in a short hop. And some characters can't even do it at all. Actually, that's not true. But, twice is good. It also kills. Joker's back air disjointed. Like, he has that little sword for his F tilt for his back air, his down air. Which is like, it's always nice having a sword. His down tilt just kind of low profiles things, and I think it's also kind of an anti-air for like where the hitbox is, which is kind of broken. But Arsene Joker, obviously, I like Joker's side B with Arsene does 20% if you hit it, like unstaled. Which is like, when you think about it, a projectile that goes pretty fast and hits people in the air still. Pretty good. Joker's main problems would be maybe his weight. Even though his up B is very good when he is non-Arsene, it can still be messed with a character with like a lingering back air like Pikachu, or maybe a character like forward air with Kirby. If you're hitting them at the right angle and they don't have a jump, they might just die at very low percents, which is super annoying. But that's also unlikely just because of how far the tether is and how like good it is to mix up. Sorry, a little cut there. Yeah. So Joker. Recovery can be a little bit messy, especially when they have non-Arsene, but even Arsene recovery, it's worse than his normal one just because how easy you can mess with it, but he's kind of making it back from wherever. So you kind of have to wait for either your opponent to mess up the edge guard or for your Arsene to go away. But, most characters don't have very good edge guarding besides the top tiers, and Joker kind of wrecks most of them anyway. So Joker has very good combos. Most of his characters have range, most of his moves have range, and they're all very fast. And he's super fast, low profiling, and the character's just kind of really good. There's not too many flaws about them, and they don't really have that many losing matchups. Like, the only one I can think of is, like, Pikachu, maybe even with Peach. I don't know the matchup chart super well, but I know the matchup chart isn't bad enough to be lower than, like, top 5. Next up, I want to talk about Roy. Now, hear me out. Roy's pretty good. He's not number 2 in the game. He's not even close to number 2 in the game. This character's... The thing that maybe, like, just alone puts Roy not number 2 is the recovery. The recovery of Roy is just not good enough to be this good. Like, you hit... It's like a Little Mac-esque recovery. Link, it's like the same as Link's. It goes kind of far up, but nowhere outward, and there's no way of really getting back. Like, Roy is super easy to mess with off stage. Now, on the other hand, Roy also hits like a truck. It kills you at like 40 with half his moves. Jab, back air, insane, like same as Chrom. For up B is still very good shield, or option out of shield. Like, it has super armor at the start of it as well. Forward smash, like, kills it like 40. That forward smash is insane. Sweet spot. Side B kills it like 50 at the ledge. Back air is insane. Their smash attack's obviously very good. And they always have a nice little counter when you need it. So Roy, obviously sword characters are good, and even though they have like sweet spot hitboxes, they're like more consistent than their counterpart Chrom, just because of how easy it is to hit the sweet spot. And even hitting a sour spot isn't too bad. Like, sour spot up air combos into sweet spot up air, which is like, always nice when your move does not what it's supposed to do. It is like good for you. Like, that's just good. Roy's nair is also very good. Like, Roy really doesn't have many bad moves. But just the fact that their recovery can be messed with, I think, puts them that much lower. And also, just there's a lot of unga bunga with Roy, but if you're like camping them out, then they just like it's hard for them to get in against a character like Snake, against a character like Young Link, against characters like Pac-Man. Like their goal is to rush them down, and they definitely can. But if you're getting camped with Roy, there's not much you can do. I'm kind of a Roy hater. I've always been a sword. I'm not a super big advocate for sword characters being broken. Maybe just because I don't have enough experience against them. But I don't think Roy is number 2. I don't even know if Roy's top 10. Actually, he probably is, but definitely not number 2. The final character that I'm going to spend like their own little segment on is going to be Peach. Now, the only reason I'm even talking about Peach here is just because I don't think she's number 1. I think Peach is definitely top 5, just not number 1. I'd put Peach at probably number 5. Yeah, I put Peach at 5 or 4. That's just me though. I think Peach has some of the best combos in the game, if not the best combos, but besides Pikachu, one of the highest damage outputs in the game. Turnip, Nair, down tilt, all those moves, they combo, and oh boy, do they combo. Peach also has very good ledge trapping with turnips, with forward air, with float. Like, don't even get me started on how good float is alone. You give any character in the game float and they instantly shoot up like a million spots. Like, can you imagine a character like Mario with float, or Fox with float, or like Bowser? Heck, Bowser one. Okay. But yeah, characters with float would just be infinite. Palutena with float? Can you imagine like forward air, like forward air, dash or back air? You can already do that with Palutena. Imagine how easy it would be with float. Like Nair floating. Oh, don't even get me started. I don't even want to play in a world that exists, and thank God it doesn't. But yeah, Peach's recovery is also fairly good with a mix-up of just float, side B, up B, reaches pretty far with a pretty hard to hit hitbox because that parasol is kind of massive. And the character is just good. The one problem that Peach might have is range and how slow they are, but also their forward air and back air are hella disjointed. And speed, they're just kind of slow, but you're going to be floating around throwing turnips so that it's not going to matter too much. I don't think it's that, I don't think it matters. Obviously, none of this super matters because it's all opinions, but I just don't think Peach is number 1. I think that's kind of really 5 or 4. All I have to say. That's kind of all I have to say with Peach. Characters still going to do a little recap here of characters that I didn't talk about, but I would still maybe move around just because it's not too big of a deal or they're a low tier. So I think characters going from the bottom I move up would be Ike would move up, Falco move up, maybe Steve move up. Rosalina, I think I'd move up a little bit. Corrin, maybe a little move up for Corrin. Mewtwo, move down a little bit. Characters like, I think Greninja's maybe a little high. Wolf's maybe a little low. Snake, I think I'd move up to Snake to like number 10. Fox, I think is fine. And yeah, that's kind of it. I think this tier list for the most part is pretty good, but some things are just, I can't see why they're this low. Like, I just don't know why you would think that Mewtwo is better than Inkling. Or, like, Duck Hunt is better than Game & Watch. Or even, like, Ken is better than Young Link or Mega Man. Just, like, none of those things, I don't see why you think that. Like, obviously, each character is insane in every way, because it's Ultimate and everyone's broken, but some people are just a little more broken, I think. I always say the top 5 or 10 at the end of these videos because I think it matters, just like you kind of know what I like, what I value. So I think my top 5 is going to be Pikachu, Joker, Wario, Zero Suit, and then Peach. And then my through 10 would probably be Shulk, Palutena, Pokemon Trader over Palutena, and then Roy and Snake. That would be my personal top 10, and then it'd be characters like Fox, Wolf, Mario, Game & Watch Rob, Pac-Man, etc., yada yada yada. All those characters, all super good. But I don't know, there's a lot of characters that they just seem to randomly put somewhere, and I'm sure they have their reason. Maybe the Japanese community's got it figured out, but I don't know. When Japanese players play Cosmos, it doesn't seem like they got that figured out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know this video is a little bit longer, but they're fun to make. I like making them. I never start making them, but once I get into it, God bless. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Do you want to see a Smash video, something that's not Smash, maybe Smash gameplay, just anything really. I'm kind of down for anything I want to do for content. I just got re-quarantined in my area, so I've got a lot of extra spare time, if you will. So please subscribe. I think my subscriber rate is like 0.1 1% or 1% of people are subscribed. So those 1%, thanks. That's pretty cool. Other 99%, what? Come on, give me a little more. I'm working kind of hard here. Thank you guys for watching. Have a lovely day, night, evening, whatever time it is. Just make sure you're having a good one. That'll be all, and bye-bye.